Consider your origins. You were not made to live like unto brutes, but for pursuit of virtue and of knowledge. This is a quote from Dante's Inferno. This takes place in the first third of Dante Alighieri's The Divine Comedy. This quote really stuck out to me. I don't want to live like a brute. I don't want to live like somebody that just consumes all the time. I want to actually produce. I want to go on an adventure like Virgil and Dante as they go on a grand adventure to the depths of hell, to run face to face to Lucifer himself. And then as they go through purgatory, and then at the very end, they go through paradise and reach the top. They got to go down before they can go up. They got to go through hell and see what's wrong before they can come out on the other side and achieve their wildest dreams. At least Dante has to. If you read the book, you know what happens to Virgil. But nonetheless, he's the guide. And he's a big impact in that book. These last 3 days, I have not spoken to many people. I spoke to my brother the other day. I miss him, and that was really good. But other than gym employees, I haven't spoke to anybody face to face and had any deep conversations in real life in the last couple of days. And that's left me a lot of time to think, a lot of time to myself to think about what I want and where I want to go, to read books, to intake stories. And it's been a good time. But I have this strong desire for adventure. I want to go and experience things. I want to not just exist, but I want to actually feel like I'm living my life. Like the quote, you were made for the pursuit of virtue and also of knowledge. I want to become a person with virtue. I don't want to be a mindless drone, but I want to be somebody that stands for something. And I also want to be somebody that's smart, that's intelligent, that has a diverse range of topics that they can talk about. But when you live in isolation, you start to conjure up these daydreams. You could call it maladaptive daydreaming. You start to envision yourself in these absurd scenarios, going on crazy adventures, having the time of your life. And a lot of it isn't grounded in reality. But tonight I was sitting out in my hammock in my backyard. I was looking up at the sky at like 1 a.m. about to go to sleep, but I couldn't sleep. And I was just looking up at the sky and I just was thinking. I was like, wow, some of these daydreams are ridiculous. Going on an adventure that rivals Dante's is going to be impossible. I can still have adventure in my life. And I was staring up at the stars, looking at the sky, and I was thinking, what do I need to do to make that a reality in my life? What steps do I need to take so I can actually enjoy my life? And it's probably pretty simple. It'll just take consistency and it'll take patience. But what I need to do is I need to keep staying in shape. A healthy body works with a healthy mind, so you can enjoy and go after the things that you actually want. I need to put myself out there and make friendships. You never know who you're going to meet, who might act as a guide, who might be somebody like Virgil, as Virgil was to Dante. You might find somebody that can show you the way, that can guide you through places you've never been before, and build a lasting brotherhood and a lasting friendship. One day I want to fall in love. Maybe that's cliche to say, and maybe that's not really realistic right now, some people would say. But I think back to the past relationships I've had, girls that I've known, and there were some really good moments, and I want that again. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I think everybody desires love. I need to be better at posting videos. This is an outlet I've found to express myself, whether creatively or also just go on rants and just talk about whatever I want to talk about. And I've been lacking the last couple of days. And so it's a new month. It's time to double down and have some better consistency once again. April was a really great month of my life. I made a lot of progress in my life, a lot of good changes, a lot of habits started to form. And I think May will be the month that it carries forward and becomes even better and better. I want to go on some road trips if I'm able to, even if it's just one state over, one town over. That waterfall video I made the other day was so fun. The experience of wading through the water, looking at a waterfall, hearing the birds chirp around me, running into other people. It was a good time, and that was only one day. I want to go camping. I want to experience everything that I can. You were not made to live like unto brutes. You were not made to just consume like an animal. Sleep with everything and everyone that you can, and just mindlessly search for pleasure as you can consume the easiest forms of entertainment. I was not meant for that. I want to create. I want to expand my mind. The pursuit of virtue and knowledge. That's what I want. I want to keep reading books. I want to keep expanding my mind. But I also want to expand my mind through experiencing things. Theory is good. Stories are good. The epics that you can read about are amazing. But nothing is quite like experiencing something for yourself for the first time. And I want more of that. Dante's Inferno has been an amazing story. And I hear it referenced sometimes, and I'm happy that I'll be able to catch those references, and I can also speak of those references, because it is a profound book written back in like 1300. The fact that this story is over 700 years old, and it stood the test of time. And we have all these modern translations. We have all these tools online that if you don't understand something, you can search and you can figure it out. It's very, very useful. In the information age, where everything's online and you can have information immediately. Entire books, PDFs can be sent across the world in an instant. It's a special time. And so sometimes I look at all the things that I feel is declining in the world, and I go, wow, I got gypped. COVID-19, dating apps, TikTok, all this stuff. And sometimes I look at it like, dang, I got gypped. But I'm going to overcome that stuff. It's all bullshit anyway. And I'm going to take the great blessing that I have to live in this time with all the information that I have available to me and all the modern conveniences that I have to me. And I'm going to go on some adventures. That's just my thoughts. Thank you for watching.